Hi guys, welcome to the Planeswalker Inn. Today we're going to make a deck tech because it's been a while since last time we make one. We're going to talk about Hazezon. The reason why I chose this general is because it's super cool. Due to the recent bans in Magic Online, I have most of my decks turned out to be illegal because of Soul Ring and whatever, and I'm not having as much time as I would like to have to tune them. I don't like those new bans because we are playing free for all, and if we are playing free for all, we should have the free for all list. I don't have it this deck tuned in here. This is really crappy. So I'm going to show you the tapped out version of this deck, the one I use in real life. But I'm showing you this, so if you want to print screen for a butcher version of the deck, you can take a look at it. So, tapped out. This is Hazezon. Hazezon reads, whenever Hazezon enters the battlefield, put X 1/1 Sand Warrior tokens into the battlefield that are red, green, and white on the beginning of the next upkeep, so the turn after Hazezon enters, and when Hazezon leaves the battlefield, remove every token, every Sand Warrior. So, what is this? This is kind of a crappy general. Don't waste money of it unless you like it. But I mean, if you're trying to go competitive, don't run this. The idea is that you play Hazezon, the ability triggers, you sacrifice Hazezon, and the next turn the Sand Warriors will come in, but you won't have the backdraw of the exiling if Hazezon leaves the battlefield. We have some sacrifice outlet, and okay, we're trying to win via haste because you're going to play this on turn 7. So in turn 8 they will come into play, and in turn 9 they will be able to attack normally. Your opponent will see this coming and they will try to kill you. So you'll have to give the token haste and win in that turn if we can. So the mana base is super, I don't know, regular. It has nothing really new. We have the notable mentions is that we run ramp in form of lands because we need as much lands as we can. We are running Blighted Woodland, Cross and Birch, and Myriad Landscape as ramp in form of land. We run only 3 fetch lands because we don't want to thin our deck too much. We need the lands in play. We don't want to filter them. So just the needed to mana fix us. We're running Dryad Arbor only because we're running Greens and Zenith, and we want to be able to turn 1 search for another land. We're running a lot of basics because basics are insane. I will never get tired of telling you this. Always play basic lands. Things like Bake to Basics are a thing. So, okay. Gaia's Cradles because we're playing tokens and it's one of the best token lands. I mean, it's one of the best land, period. Gamma Township is not the best. I might end up cutting it, but it's a pump spell that don't cost us a slot, so it's okay. Gemstone Cavern. This land is better than I thought. It's just like having a Mox Opal? No, Mox Chrome Mox. That it's exactly the same in turn 1, and it's just a land later on. So it gives you some explosive starting. It's nice. Test it. Well, we're running Hive Market because it's super necessary in our deck to sacrifice Hazezon. So it's okay. We're playing Kirkkeep because it's not the best land ever, but we are running Skull Clan, and we need to be able to sacrifice the token to draw a card. So it's okay if you're kind of stuck. Ramp, ramp, ramp. This is a pump spell in form of a land. Kind of meh too. And we are running our dual land package because they are great. And that's it. Now, instant. We're playing only 4 instant. We're playing Aura Artifact Mutation. It reads sacrifice target destroy target artifact. It can be regenerated and create that 1/1 Sapperling tokens according to the converted mana cost. I am not running Aura Mutation. That is the same but with enchantments, because artifacts are predominant in the format, so this is better. We're running crop rotation because we need to be able to fetch for our Gaia's Cradle or our High Market. Those are the most important lands in the deck. We're playing Enlightening Tutor because we're running an enchantment package, or Purphoros itself. It's a win condition, so it's okay. And Secure the Waste because it's the best token generator, and we're playing a token strategy, so okay. We're playing as artifact only 3. We're playing Panharmonicon because our commander will trigger this, and Purphoros too. So if you play, I don't know, Hazezon with Purphoros in play, you will play. Assume that you have 7 lands. You will put 14 tokens and deal 28 damage to each player just with this card, so it's great, believe me, test it. Skull Clamp because we're playing tokens and the draw 2 cards ability is super relevant, and Soul Ring because it's so much ramp in turn 1 that it's insane. As we told you, we do run some Sacrifice Outlet like High Market or that kind of stuff. So Academy Rector is an auto-include, especially because Purphoros is super important, and we run some other enchantments, so it's okay. We run a lot of mana dorks. I mean, I think we run every 1-drop mana dork that is available in our colors, so I won't read them all, but they all add mana in some way or another. Mana dork. Avenger of Zendikar is good in Commander in general, but it's insane in this deck because you will fetch for so many lands that it will become a real horde of creatures, and you will keep on fetching a lot after this. I mean, you can play this on turn 7, put 7 plants, and then play a Boundless Realm the next turn, and every plant will be a 7/8, and you win the game on the spot. So Avenger of Zendikar is better in this deck than in any other deck, and in any other deck is super insane, so do the math. Azusa is here because it will give us some explosive turns start, but we are also running things like Nissan's Pilgrimage that will put lands into our hands, and we'll be needing to pop them into the game fast, so Azusa will help us with that. Bane of Progress because, as I told you, artifacts are super predominant in our format, and this gets rid of prison kind of decks because you will destroy all the propagandas, costly prison, a sphere of resistance, whatever. Dork. This is ramp, or kind of ramp, because you will be able to play lands 1 turn earlier, and the extra life is not bad considering all the ramp that we are going to make. We are going to gain some life out of it. Craterhoof Behemoth is one of the win conditions. Once you have a lot of tokens, you will be able to attack and pump them, and you know what this guy does. So Elvish Mystic is another dork. Eternal Witness is because you will be able to recur anything in the deck. Remember that if you are kind of stuck, you can replay, I don't know, something like Kodama's Reach to put you further. It's just a good card, so much value. Dork, kind of mana dork. Lovisa Collize is super great. It says 3/3/4/5 mana, and Barbarians, Warriors, and Berserks gets +2/+2 and haste. and haste is super important in our deck. So if you play Hazezon on turn 7, on turn 8 you play this, and all of the sudden you will have 7/1/1 that will become 3/3 each and have haste. You will be able to kill 1 or 2 players with this, believe me. Oracle Muldaya because it's card advantage, ramp, and everything that we want in just one card. Purphoros because it's a win condition. I mean, if you play something like Hazezon, you will make tons of damage. If you play something like Avenger of Zendikar, you will make tons of damage. If you play something like Secure the Waste, you will make a tons of damage. And we have things like Tempt with Vengeance, so believe me, Purphoros is win gaining card. Regal Force because we need to draw some cards, and this is the better that I found in this deck. I don't like it that much, but whatever. What else? Because you can ramp for a card, and it's a Panharmonicon trigger, and it's a Skull Clamp target, and it's just good. And sorry. Now we're going to talk about our enchantments. We have some token doublers, such as Anointed Procession, and a new card. It's super cool, and Parallel Lives, that it's the same basically. I'm not running Doubling Season because we are not making use of the +1/+1 counter, and it's just too expensive in real life, so whatever, I don't like that. And it's even expensiver in mana cost wise, so whatever. Now we're playing Aura Shards. Aura Shards is good because you will, with Hazezon or any of the token generators, you will be able to blow everything up but our stuff. So insane. Beastmaster Ascension. Beastmaster Ascension is the kind of pump spells that I want. I want pump spells that I can play after playing Hazezon, so they become a surprise. If I would play something like Cathar's Crusade in this deck, you will have to play it on turn 6, so in turn 7 you play Hazezon, so in turn 8 they will trigger when the tokens come into play, so in turn 9 they will be able to attack. Too slow, believe me. Cathar's Crusade is a trap in this deck. Play Beastmaster Ascension here. Then versioning, because we're going to ramp cards to our hands and we need to play them, and it's one of the best turn 1 plays in the format, so insane. Corcordant Crossroads, it's good because we need to make our creatures haste in order to be able to attack the turn they came into play. If you play something like Hazezon on turn 7, in turn 8 the creatures will come into play. You play a Beastmaster and a Corcordant, and she. Earthcraft is super good because now all your tokens will add mana, and now you will become insanely fast. In some occasion you can use Academy Rector to get Earthcraft, because if you have something like Secure the Waste, now everything is cheaper and you will start drawing cards and go nuts. Exploration for the same reason as versioning. Fire of Shabi Masha, mostly for the haste part, but I guess the +2/+2 part can be relevant sometimes. Impact Tremors as a mini Porphyros to help us win the game. Kalni Hertz Expedition, I don't like this card as much, but it's a nice 2-drop. As you can see in the curve in here, we are not running as much 2-drops as we would like to, so it's okay. It's okay, and it will trigger fast because we're ramping so hard, so it's okay. Mass Hysteria to give them haste. Parallel Life, we talked about this before. Retreat to Emeria is better than I thought. It's a forecasting cost enchantment, and whenever a land comes into play you can choose one of 2 modes. One is put a 1/1 core allied creature into the battlefield, and the other one is all my creatures get +1/+1. We are going to need both of these effects. I mean, you can put 1/1 creatures early on and then pump them, it's okay. And Cyber Library because it's one of the best draw plus selection in green. And now the ramp package, and other stuff. The sorceries are Boundless Realm. It's insane. This is one of the reasons that why we run so much basics. You will always need to have like 7, 8, 9 basic lands in your deck to play this. It's insane. This can go out of hand super fast. Then Cultivate, because we need to ramp. Forsic to fix. Crimson Zenith is insane because you can use it turn 1 to get a Dryad Arbor, or later on to get something like Craterhoof Behemoth or whatever. Harvest Season is super powerful with the Mana Dorks, because if you have like, I don't know, 3, 4 Mana Dorks, it will become the best ramp spell in your deck. Haunting Wilds, so you can search for 2 forests. Read that they don't say that they have to be basics, so you can get something like Taigan Stomping Grounds or Temple Garden or whatever. Super great. Kodama's Ridge. Martial Cope is the only Wrath that we run, and it's a token generator too, so I think it's the best one that we can run. Natural Order just to end games. You can sacrifice one of your Sand Warriors to get whatever you need to win, like Craterhoof or whatever. Nissa's Pilgrimage, it's okay. I like it. I like the fact that you can get 3 lands out of 1 spell. Ranger's Path, it's like Haunting Wilds. Search for Tomorrow, it's a 1 casting cost ramp, so it's okay. Shamanic Revelations, because there will be times that we will feel like stuck and we will need to draw tons of cards, and this is okay. The Furious part is not as bad as I thought, because sometimes all your creatures will be like 10-10, and now you will gain like 40 life, so nice. Shadowstorm, because artifacts are a pain in the ass for this deck, and this is one of the best artifact removal that we can have. I'm not running the green one. There's one that I think it's Creeping Corrosion or something like that is exactly the same but in green, because I rather play Bundle Blast, because the versatility of being able to pay 1. I mean, I know sometimes it's not relevant, but if you're playing against something like Winter Orb, believe me that you would like to have a 1 casting cost destroy target artifact. So more ramp. Now we have Tempt with Discovery. I run this one just because I have Gaia's Cradle. If someone wants to search for lands, now we will be able to search for extra lands and put them into play untapped. It's insane. So you will be able to ramp like hell. Believe me, this is insane. And if they don't, okay, just forecasting cost, Gaia's Cradle, too bad. And we're playing Tempt with Vengeance. This is also great because you use the token for something useful. I mean, if you put 10 1/1 creatures, and everybody puts 10 1/1 creatures, you put 40. If you put 40, you play Beastmaster Ascension and win. I mean, they won't be able to pump them as much as you can, because this is a token deck. Well, and for last, we are having Tooth and Nail. Tooth and Nail is a 9 casting cost spell that says search for 2 creatures and put them into play. Well, that's not how it's read, but it's what people do with it. You can search for 7 mana, 2 creatures, or put 2 creatures from your hand into play, or you can pay 2 extra mana to do both. That's what I read it that way. It's winning. It's game winning, because you can search something like Avenger of Zendikar plus Purphoros, or Avenger of Zendikar plus Craterhoof, or whatever. This is insane. Then the last card we're playing is a Planeswalker. We're playing Sacrum Ball. I'm not a big fan of this Planeswalker, but the +1 ability fits perfectly into our deck. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and haste. It's something that you can play after the tokens came into play, and you will pump them, and you will win games. So, this was Hazezon Tamar. I hope you enjoyed it. And, subscribe, like, share, and everything that we always say. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.